Here we go. Day 122. Back day. So this is the same day as the cardio video from yesterday. But obviously this is posted the day after, just for the daily upload continuity. But whatever. Back. Gonna have to hit it at Planet Fitness. Fucking the only gym I got access to right now. But I don't mind a back day at Planet Fitness. It's it's got pull downs and cables and seated cable row, plus a couple of back machines too. No problem. I'm slightly concerned that they're not gonna that somebody might like tell me to stop recording in there. That's the only gym where I've ever had like problems with that, where they don't love you recording. But I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine. We'll just have to fucking see. Oh fuck, I missed my turn. But basic idea, probably start off with something heavy. Seated row, perhaps maybe I'll just start on heavy pull downs, I don't know. My mentality with back isn't like, I'm sure you've heard of like rowing based row, what am I saying? A row based back day, like an upper back focus day, and then a lat focus day. I don't know. I don't know if I see the value in that, right? Because let's say you do your split, right? Let's say you do just a normal week split. Let's say you do whatever, right? And your first back day, you do all pull downs. And then on your second back day, you do all upper back and rows, right? Now, if you were to do just an even mix on each workout, rather than focus on one during the first one and focus on the other during the other one, at the end of the week, you did the same amount of volume for each, right? So I'm sure there's no problem with it. That's probably going to work fine. But I don't mess with it. And in terms of deadlifts, you're never going to catch me deadlifting, right? I've explained this before. Deadlifts are just, it's just a lot of muscle groups working at once. I'm going into Planet Fitness right now, or the gym in general, right? And I want to work my back. I want to work my lats and my traps, my rhomboids, and all sorts of other weird shit that's going on over there. And that's it. But deadlifts, you're activating your glutes like crazy, lower back like crazy, your hamstrings. I mean, you're fatiguing your whole posterior chain, right? Now, in terms of like getting a stronger deadlift, hell yeah, that's cool. It's fun. Who doesn't want to be strong? And it's fun lifting a lot of weight, but I don't think that deadlifts are like the best way to build a big back. But if you want a deadlift, no problem. I'm just saying it might not be ideal because let's say, you know, if I've got leg day after back day, hypothetically, right, my hamstrings are already going to be fatigued from deadlifting heavy, right? Or vice versa. If I had a back day after leg day, if I just hit my legs or my hamstrings hard on the leg day, why would I want to work them the day after on deadlifts? In terms of bodybuilding training, right, you want to work a specific muscle group as hard as possible, right? And then let it fucking rest until you hit it again. You want to hit whatever muscle group you're hitting, let it rest until it's ready to be hit again, and then work it again in a loop. So, just from how I see it, deadlifts kind of just throw a wrench into the mix of my training. I love heavy incline bench, heavy squat, because those are a bit more isolative, right? I'm not after heavy squats. My quads are what are really sore. I don't get a ton of like lower back activation or anything fancy like that. But enough of this logic. Let's just get in there. So I was kind of looking around. I didn't know what I wanted to start with, but I always, if I can't start with like bent over rows, barbell, I pretty much always go back to just standard pull downs. So warmed up a little bit, you know, just light sets, 5 or so reps, increased the weight until I felt comfortable. The whole stack is like 300. I don't know, I'll go a little lighter than that, because if I try to throw the whole stack around, like, sure, I could move it, but they wouldn't be the best reps. You know, ego lift in moderation. Right, go as heavy as you can, but with at least slightly reasonable form. So probably 3 sets of this, and then maybe move on to something else. Ugh. Yeah. Huh. Oh, fuck. All right, I went a little lighter on that last one. Let's move on to a pulling movement, or rowing rather. So, reasonably difficult to go wrong with just a standard seated cable row. I do think that doing like the V grip, where you're holding on like this, I don't love it. I feel like it limits your range of motion. Plus, you're getting a crazy amount of forearm activation. So, I always do these with a straight bar, maybe a little wider than shoulder grip. Not too complicated. God damn it. Okay. Oh shit. I almost stopped at 15. Jesus. Okay. Let's do something else. Oh my god. I really don't care for like the lat pull down machines, you know, where it's just like a solid handle. It just doesn't do it for me. Like for me with back, honestly, I probably love cables the most. I mean, I'm sure you can tell just by this workout. So I think next I'll just do some single arm seated. It's almost like a pull down row combination, because I'm not pulling straight down and I'm not pulling straight towards myself either. It's more of like maybe a 45, but all I know is I'll go with actually maybe even a little lighter, just moderate weight, and try to get a super good squeeze. So 2 or 3 sets of this should be good, and then I'll move on to something else. Just as a preemptive response to the ass sweat. Guess what? If your ass isn't sweating, that means one of 2 things or both. Either of which is stupid. For one thing, you're not hydrated enough, so you're not going to sweat as much, or you're just not working hard enough, so you're not going to sweat as much. As far as I'm concerned, it's a sign of a good lift, or that it's hot out. But let's get back to the sets. Whew. Okay, let's do something else. And we got a little bro cameo hitting triceps. Whatever. So I didn't record the last set. I ran out of storage. It's kind of fucked up. But all I did was a set of pull downs. So I think as a finisher, I'm gonna do a fancy little drop set. So I'll start off with single arm pullovers. Kind of face a little bit sideways to the cable. I'll probably do 5 reps on one, 5 on the other, back and forth, until I feel like I did a good amount of, lat work. And then I'll just jump onto pull downs. Pretty light. I mean, this is what, 150? But since the lats will already be pre-exhausted, it'll be a super good burn. And after that, it should be pumped to hell. We go check it out. Okay. All right. Let's go check the pump. God damn it. Ooh. God damn it. Fucking hell. So back, pretty fucking pumped. I tell you what. Let's see how it looks through the shirt. I can't really see this, but I'm sure you can. So, is it good? You tell me. Ooh. That felt pretty good. Let's see if there's some visual changes as well. But I mean, I hard. It would be hard for me to ask for a better back day than that. Even without crazy heavy barbell rows, I got my pull downs in. See the cable rows in, perfect. So I can sick. Yeah, you can grab whatever, you're good. I don't care. Cool. Yeah, I'm the one taking up all the space, right? So yeah, you're good. Oh goodness. Yeah, hit one, Doug. It's pretty comparable. Yeah, that's funny.
See your TikTok account.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Dude, I'm pumping them out. So yeah, I mean, fucking back has been fucking pumped. Very wide. Decent. Let's see how it looks from the back. not much variety when it comes to the back posing. You got front lat spread, you got front double bicep, and you got back lat spread, and you got back double bicep. You know, that's pretty much all you fucking get. But either way, you know, who fucking cares? How many poses you do, it's all about just how fucking pumped you are. Whew. So, I mean, let's be honest. Could you have come up with that workout? I'm pretty fucking certain that you could have, right? Just a couple of pull downs, a couple of cable rows, some single arm shit, and then pull downs again. I'm sure I would have a pump as good or better than this if I just did pull downs and then cable rows. You know, your back isn't like, sure, you got some shit going on. You got your fucking erectors, you know, your lower back and your lats and your traps and your rhomboids. You got all sorts of shit. But at the end of the day, all it's doing is taking your arms from here to here or here to here, right? And as long as you can get a good contraction, like you can kind of feel yourself, you know, like if you can imagine, see, now my shoulder blades are out, and as I pull in, they're fucking contracted, if you know what I'm saying. But as long as you can do that with weight, and then do a pull down with weight, and you can feel your lats getting fatigued, that's all you got to do. You know, second to maybe arms, back is a pretty fucking simple lift. You know, with chest, you got pressing movements, and then you got flies. You know, you got fucking fly movements like that. And legs, you know, you got the same thing, pressing, and then maybe some leg extensions and stuff. But back is all pulling, and that's the end of it. So what's going to decide whether or not you have a good back day or, you know, any workout is just how hard you fucking go. You know, before all of those sets, you know, I took a second, got a little huff and puff, playing my music real loud, getting hype, and look at that, the results fucking show up for themselves. So I'm gonna go finish calves. I'm not gonna record it. I know you want me to. I will eventually. How about this? I'll record calves. Tomorrow will be a good one. I'll do arms like normal, but I'll also throw in calves and forearms. Obviously, the calf training is pretty basic. You've seen it before. Well, actually, you probably haven't seen it before. I think I've only posted like maybe once, if ever. But the calves part's basic. That's just sitting on the calf machine. But I used to do direct forearm work, right? I haven't, you know, since they're kind of developed already. And then just from doing fucking normal weightlifting, they're going to be stimulated enough not to, you know, atrophy over time, right? Like if I were to stop hitting chest, guess what? My chest is going to fucking shrink down or at least get weaker. But, you know, once you build up your forearms, just from doing fucking curls or push downs or bench, even with the straps, I still get some forearm work just from squeezing onto the handle. So once you got them, I mean, you're pretty much good. I think the same thing with abs. But now I'm getting on a whole fucking, I'm not even talking about back anymore. I'm just talking about fucking the whole body. So let's fast forward to once I've done calves and get in the goddamn car. There we go. Back complete. Had no issues with the Planet Fitness. I think they're pretty chill in there, so they don't mind if I record some lifts. Very lucky for me. I mean, I've never really had a problem with that before. I think it helps that I'm kind of big, so maybe it gives me a little bit of credibility. But the last time I recorded at a Planet Fitness, maybe was it 2 times ago? I can't remember, but whatever. As I was leaving, no, I think it was 2. It doesn't matter. As I was leaving, they were like, "All right, come on, no filming in here, man." But they let me film the whole back day, so that was cool of them. I think people were complaining. Whoops. But yeah, fuck. Back thrashed. Fucking basic lift. I mean, I kind of already explained it. You know, just heavy shit in the beginning, right? Those heavy pull downs. You know, obviously, the first set especially, form started off pretty crisp, and then towards the end of the set, started to swing it a little more, right? That's, you know, I don't fucking mind it. I think that's how you get a good set in. You know, if you can, obviously it depends on the lift, right? Like if you're doing a heavy compound on squats per se, you can't really let your form break down, right? You just do as many reps as you can. But on exercises that allow you to have like some play in the form, like you know, let's say dumbbell curls, where you can start off really stable, but then, you know, once it starts to get a little heavier, you can start swinging the weight. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, like dumbbell curls, perfect example. You know, you start off light-ish, or not light, still-ish, you know, good form, and as you start to weaken, you know, in my mind, I don't want to just give up if I can't do another perfect rep. I'd rather get 5 more kind of swinging reps out. That's just what makes sense to me. Don't worry. Forget the shake. So let's get into a little bit of the background again, even though I've talked about it before a little. So the beginning of lifting, how that happened, for those who are unaware, I used to do gymnastics. I did that shit when I was like, I don't remember, maybe like 12 to like 17, 16. It was like 5 years or so. No, it's pretty good. You know, I could do some shit where you swing around the bar, you jump up, you like let go in the air, you do a flip, and then you catch it again. Like double flips and shit. But I mean, you know, the guys who were really good, they were a whole nother level. So it was taking up a lot of my time. So I was like, all right, we're done. We're done with that. So now, I mean, that was a huge chunk of time. Like after school, that was fucking like, plus the drive, like 4 hours a night. And in the summer, it was like another 4 hours a day too. So once that was done, fuck man, I got some extra time on my hands. What am I gonna do with it? So somehow or another, I got the itch to build some muscle. I was watching Callum von Moger in the early days. 2016 Callum, whoa, fucking legend. So, you know, started learning shit, watching Jeff Nippard, uh, a little bit of Athlete X, because I mean, it's as a beginner, you want to get as much basic knowledge as you can, right? And I'm not talking about like this is my only real critique on all the science-based lifter guys. Like I make jokes about that shit on like TikTok and stuff. It's like, oh fuck, science-based lifting. I've never seen a big science-based lifter. Well, my real critique with that is you're giving like they're just giving information to primarily like beginner lifters, or at least, you know, early lifters, you know, early to intermediate, which is like so niche and peculiar that it's hardly going to give them any benefit. It's just overcomplicating the gym, right? If someone's only lifted for a year, I'm not going to look at them and say, hmm, maybe you should be supinating your wrist a little bit more when you do those curls. Oh, yeah, I know why your back isn't that big. It's because you're not doing this very specific cable single arm row where you put a bench at a specific angle. No, I think that's stupid. I think like maybe they're right. You know, their training isn't bad. Clearly, like some of these guys are big. You've seen JPG. He's a fucking pretty impressive looking dude. But like for the beginner lifter, even like 2 years in, all you got to learn is fucking, you know, how to bench. Maybe figure out how to get mind muscle connection. That just takes experience. You know, it's I'd rather teach somebody how to go hard in the gym rather than how to lift perfectly. You know, because being able to get that extra few reps in a set is gonna, you know, pretty seriously change the trajectory of your progress, right? I'd rather be the guy swinging heavy dumbbells around and really fucking pushing myself than the dude with, lighter dumbbells and, focusing, doing perfect form, making sure he's activating every. That's just how I feel about it. I'd rather, I'd rather learn how to go crazy hard than learn all these niche details. At least as a beginner, right? As you progress, those little details, they're probably good for you. How to maybe bias specific muscles more, or just different ways to hit some kind of lift. I don't know. I don't really look into it. I kind of have a relatively basic approach to the gym when I go in. But whatever. What the fuck was I saying before this? Uh, Gym, gymnastics, athletics. Yeah. So in the beginning, I fucking wanted to learn how to, bench right or whatever, how to squat. Jesus. I remember when I first got a little weight set up in the basement. We had just a flat bench and then two. It wasn't even a rack. It was just weight. What's the word? Stands. We had fucking stands. So I think I was like 160. I load up 225. And I fucking fail it with no safeties. Luckily, I managed to like get it on the lower portion of the rack. I would have fucking like crushed my spine or something. But as a beginner, you just got to learn the basic shit about how to lift. How to bench, how to do a fly, how to curl a push down, side lateral raises, maybe overhead press, squats, leg extensions, hamstring curls, lat pull downs, cable rows. If as long as I didn't calf raises. I think I just fucking listed exercises for every fucking muscle. If I only did those, assuming I didn't really forget any, I could still get pretty fucking big, right? It's just about your intensity. But whatever. So once I started in the gym, I watched some, like I was saying, some Jeff Nippard shit. He's got a ton of great information for beginners. Really easy to digest. I love that guy. At least in the context of like for the early lifter. But I got a split. I had a guy in high school who bodybuilded. He kind of taught me some shit, and then you know I just kept fucking lifting. And over time, like if you start lifting, again, social media knows. Social media knows that you're in the gym. It can tell that you watched a gym video for an extra zero point 0.1 millisecond. So all your YouTube, all your TikTok, everything, it's gonna have lifting videos just fed to you, right? And if you can find somebody that you like that you like watching, just fucking watch them. I definitely got some inspiration from all the fucking Callum videos I watched on like getting a pump. He loved talking about the pump, you know. Let me think, whatever. That's honestly the only guy I watched. I didn't really watch others too many. But you watch some fucking fitness guys or bodybuilders. Watch their workouts. I was watching some old school shit. Tom Platz, Kevin Levrone. Fucking that guy is fucking crazy. He's getting like kind of a revamp right now. Everybody loves Kevin. Or Kevin Levrone. Whoops. Didn't mean to disrespect. But yeah, all those old school guys went fucking hard as hell in the gym. So I'd like to think that that's kind of where I got a little bit of my mentality about the intensity. But ever since then, I don't know. I just kind of, maybe it was from doing the gymnastics like every day for hours. But I never really had a hard time with the motivation, right? Pretty much ever since the beginning to now, I've never like taken a few weeks off because I wasn't feeling it, or any kind of shit like that. It's pretty much just like been on the gas, lifting all the fucking time, making sure I hit my food, looking up all the macros and shit. Uh, and I mean, if you do that for years on end, you're probably gonna get pretty fucking big, assuming you can make changes to the way you lift. Like my early splits and my early workouts were probably not that awesome. you know, in terms of their like their buildup. Like early on, I was doing like 25 sets for chest. I think I was doing 25 sets for everything. I was doing a lot of volume, uh, and I would, you know, I was doing work. Like I was going hard. I was finishing the lift with a crazy pump. So, you know, still making gains. But I think I would have made the same or better progress if I would do what I'm doing now, like just the 8 to 12 sets per body part around twice a week. You know, lift heavy in the beginning, focus on getting a real good pump at the end. And that's honestly, that's pretty much what I fucking recommend to anybody. I've never really been a rest day guy. You know, maybe that was just because, fuck, I don't know. Maybe I was just kind of athletic as a kid. So I had a little bit of a jump start. Like I didn't start off lifting just as a normal unathletic guy. I was like 160, decently lean in the beginning. So I was kind of primed for some physical activity. But fuck, what was I about to say? Yeah, the rest days I've never done it. It's pretty much always been, you know, lift every day unless there's an extenuating circumstance, which could be a variety of things, like intense sickness. If I'm really fucking sick, I'll take a day, or I'll take as many as I need till I feel better. If I got shit to do, like these last few days, having to drive, you know, across some fucking states for a little vacation, boom, there's your rest day. Or if I had a fucking surgery, I had a knee surgery a while ago. I'll get into that some other time. No, it wasn't serious. Wasn't like no tendons or nothing. But that was a while off of legs, right? But even though I couldn't do legs, right? Obviously, I just had a fucking knee surgery. I was still going into the gym, and I was just working upper body. This is another little point that I love to make, which I totally agree with, is just because some part of your body is fucked, like let's say you broke your ankle, or you know you broke your arm, like a legit like snapped, you got a cast on. I don't see how it would be any good for you to just sit at home and rest if it's not that serious, right? If you just had an open heart surgery, maybe you should chill out for a little while. But if it's just your fucking arm or some other extremity, some other whatever, you see what I'm saying, then it's going to be in your best interest just to work around it, right? Keep doing some activity that you can manage. Like my knee was fucked. I can still do you know, machine chest press. I can still do seated curls and you know, push downs and dips. Maybe go a little bit lighter just to accommodate for it. But you know, if you just stop lifting altogether, you know, your metabolism is going to drop because over the course of the day, you're not burning as much energy. And then, you know, if you got, you're just not going to be a fucking well-oiled machine. You're just going to be sitting there rotting, you know. And then when you come back, you gotta get all your gears turning again. Or at least if you worked around your injury, then by the time it's healed, the only thing that you have to get back into is whatever muscles were, you know, hindered by that injury, right? Uh, that's pretty much how I approach that. So like, if I ever get fucked up somehow, knock on wood, uh, I'm just gonna fucking work around it, no matter how intense the injury is. You know, if I snap both my legs today, uh, if I'm able, you'll probably see me in the gym doing fucking seated curls or something, you know. If you want to get fucking big for real, and you got the mentality, you'd be saying the same thing, you know. So, oh god damn it, fucking talking too long. Oh my god. Oh, yuck. So, more food to eat, vitamins to take, and then bed or something. I don't know. It's only 7 o'clock. I might go to the pool or something. We'll have to see. But yeah, that was a good ass lift. Made some back gains, I am certain. Chatted with a couple of viewers. There's a few viewers at the Planet Fitness. That was pretty fucking funny. I love when people recognize me. Shows me shows me my word is spreading. So, yeah, shit. I'll see you next time.